To understand the next argument Aristotle gives for why the earth is spherical, which also happens to be his final argument, we need to look at a map of the world produced around that time. This is a map of the world from around the 3rd century BCE, made by the Greek mathematician Eratosthenes. For the Greeks of that time, the westernmost region of the Earth's landmass was Africa and the region called Iberia, that is modern-day Spain. Beyond that to the west was the ocean. Even what they understood to be Africa was mainly what we today know as North Africa, Libya, Egypt, and Sudan. They were not aware of the vast extent of the African continent to the south. The easternmost region of the Earth's landmass was India. Beyond India to the east was again the ocean. For example, this map shows the Ganga River emptying into the ocean on the east. Again, they didn't know about the vast extent of East Asia and Southeast Asia to the east of India. Anyway, so India was to the extreme east, West Africa, and the region that's modern day Spain was to the extreme west. Now Aristotle points out that around both these extreme endpoints of the Earth's landmass, you find elephants. There are elephants in Africa and there are elephants in India. But you don't find elephants in the middle, say in the Middle East or in Europe. So why are elephants distributed only at the extreme endpoints of the Earth's known landmass? It might be because these two endpoints of the Earth's landmass are actually quite close on the other side of a spherical Earth. Maybe there is some kind of continuity between West Africa and India. Who knows? It doesn't sound like an unreasonable claim to Aristotle. Here are his words. Those who imagine that the region around the pillars of Heracles or the pillars of Hercules, he's referring to the portions of land in Europe and Africa that lie very close together, forming the narrow entrance to the Mediterranean Sea. Those who imagine that the region around the pillars of Heracles joins on to the regions of India, and that in this way the ocean on the west and on the east is one, are not, it would seem, suggesting anything utterly incredible. They produce also in support of their contention or their claim the fact that elephants are a species found at the extremities of both lands, arguing that this phenomenon at the extremes is due to communication between the two regions. Today, we know that this argument is wrong. There were elephants in Europe up to around 10,000 years ago, but they became extinct. We don't call them elephants, we call them mammoths. But they were part of the same biological family as the African and Asian elephants. It is suspected that hunting by humans might be one of the significant factors that caused the extinction of mammoths.